Time now for Volcano.
Well, Jason Horne-Francis has been heavily criticised after Port Adelaide held on for a pretty enthralling win at the Adelaide Oval yesterday. And it was in part due to some off-the-ball disciplinary stuff and playing against his old side. He gave a 50-metre penalty against Simpkin, and then Zach Butters had to come in, and Ken Hinkley and Connor Rosie at three-quarter time are having these discussions with him. And he just, at the end, I think he thought Ken was finished talking, so he walked away. They pulled him back in. I thought terrific leadership. So he's been criticised for that. But if that is your biggest takeaway from that game of football yesterday, that it is a criticism of Horne-Francis, you are watching a different game to me. There was far more serious issues than that. And I've got a list. These are the talking points that should have come out of that game before Horne-Francis. North, after getting smacked the previous week, had 4 goals from 50-metre penalties and 2 from free kicks. The umpiring was deplorable. Harry Sheezel is now a big story in terms of his lack of impact and the stat padding game that he is playing. 30 touches every week, but rarely impacts the scoreboard. Just one from one score involvement yesterday. Took 4 kick-ins to just fatten up the numbers. So they've got to work out a way where he can impact the game. Cam Zurhaar didn't touch the footy for a half. Came into it a little bit in the third quarter, ended up with 2 goals for the game, but did not touch the ball. Port Adelaide, after the week that North had 28 more disposals in the first quarter, yet out-tackled them by 12 and kicked 7 in the first term. Nick Larkey was a story. Such a reliable set shot. Wasn't able to handle the moment. And Zach Butters wins the Peter Babco medal as best on ground with a career-high 13 tackles. Yet the story somehow, again, seems to be around Jason Horne-Francis. This guy is unbelievable. He's played in 37 wins since leaving North Melbourne. In that time, North Melbourne have played in 7. He's a winner. And this is what he did do yesterday. And I reckon from those 37 wins, probably 10 of them, if he didn't play, Port Adelaide don't win. This is what I love about him. Yep, he's not perfect. There's a few warts. There's the odd undisciplined 50. There's the odd undisciplined free kick against. But give me this attitude, this toughness, this courage any day of the week over the stat padding of Sheezel, or the trying to get the easy one in the Kircher, the brush off tackle there, or Zurhaar not touching the footy for a half. So no North fans are pretty salty about this, that he lost, but he was unbelievable once again yesterday, and I can't believe the storyline out of this game was criticism over Horne-Francis.
Look, Kane, I don't disagree with you when it comes to players like Harry Sheezel. I think he's certainly a watch, and Nick Larkey has proved he's human with the yips as well. But you've got your Port Adelaide goggles on, I think. If this was any other player at three-quarter time turning their back on the senior coach, you'd be having an absolute field day.
No, I wouldn't, because of the performance. Like, if you are performing and if you are the one that is driving this club forward with your actions and your 27 and your 1 goal and your scoreboard impact and your toughness around the ball, he clearly thought Ken had finished talking, so he's gone to walk away. Not ideal, but they pulled him back in and he listened straight up and then responded. Not for the first time. That's happened before where Ken has dragged him in. They know how to handle him. So give me that any day of the week. As long as you are impacting and helping your team win like he does, he's a winner. And I reckon for his young career, probably 10 times, he has single-handedly drove this club over the line, and he did it again yesterday.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.